Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. Today is day 365 of being a widower. 1 full year without Janna. Take off my glasses, I realize how ridiculous that looks, but it's a day where I woke up in deafening silence, a day where I really didn't know what the emotions were, but the emotions are running high, that's for damn sure. But today, instead of just like sitting here and doing nothing, I'm actually headed out to River Falls, Wisconsin, where Janna and I first met back in 2006. And I'm gonna go to the place where we first met. And then I'm gonna meet a sorority sister of hers down there for coffee and go to her favorite place for lunch, and then try to hike up a few spots that I know we loved. So, but yeah. First, before we get on the road, in our Modem Tones tumbler, courtesy of Casey, we're having some Intelligentsia Gallo Diablo breakfast blend, which is pretty awesome. So, all fueled up for the drive. It's about an hour. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're pulling into the place where Janna and I met. 2006. It is really not that much different. Welcome to River Falls, Wisconsin. I mean, it's a college town. This is why we were here. I think I met her first night here. And yeah, it's changed a little bit since then, but it's still RF. Pretty wild. And honestly, there's not really any memories driving down this area. The memories start to happen the closer we get to campus. And I think that's cool. I guess we did do some fundraisers there at the Legion for her sorority. And that's always been Jerry's. It's really, it's RF, man. It doesn't change. And admittedly, it's a city that I could envision myself living in again. Not only because of the memories, but just because it's quaint and it's away from the cities, but it's close, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So I pulled up, and one of Janna's first jobs here in River Falls, I guess, was working for the police department. She had high hopes of doing that, and one thing she used to have to do, and I remember visiting her at work a lot when I wasn't in class, is she was emptying meters. And so she would go up and down this street, back and forth, and be emptying meters. And she did it in the cold, and she did it in the hot, and man, she was good at it. She used to use her iPod and listen to music, and then I think once we transitioned to the smartphone world, it became audiobooks. She loved her Audible. So it's really weird to be able to park for free. I forgot that they had gotten rid of these in this beautiful city. So yeah, another fun memory. I made it home after a good hike in River Falls. You can see the photo now. I went to the lookout that Janna and I used to geocache in, I don't even remember the name of the park. I was there today. I don't think it was Hoffman. Either way, I had a good friend of mine join me today for most of my excursion, one of Janna's sorority sisters and friends who, lived with us for a while in River Falls many years ago. And so it was really nice to have somebody there by my side that, I've befriended pretty closely over, the passing of Janna. And I guess when other people watch this, they might say, why didn't you invite me? Why didn't you invite me? Well, it's not that I don't want certain people there or anything. I've had a very in-depth growth with this person, and thank you, Danielle. It's just, she gets me. So I'm able to disclose a lot of things to her, a lot of feelings, a lot of pain. She's seen it. And now I'm just laying in bed. It's like 3 o'clock on the dot. So we're just over 5 hours from losing Janna last year, February 5th. And the chief of police in Shakopee wrote a beautiful article on her. I'll link that down below. If you want to know a little bit more about my wife and who she is, if you're not close to me or not a Facebook friend, which I apologize to any of you who are so sick of seeing all this stuff. Hopefully you're not, but she was an amazing person. And so, you know, I'm not caught up on The Walking Dead Season 8, so I'm going to go to Target, and I'm going to get some comfort food, and I'm going to probably just binge watch The Walking Dead. I have today off, obviously, tomorrow off, and Wednesday if I really want it. How much PTO do I really feel like burning? So, never thought in 2018 this is what my life would be. Can you hear the silence? My cousin's actually home downstairs. He plays a lot of Fortnite when he's not working, and it's weird. Here I am. I don't know, I just wanted you guys to hear the silence. Some people always ask me, how do you do it? What do you do? Well, I actually have a girlfriend, and she sleeps over there. That is a McDonald's cup, yes. She actually took a little hiatus away from the house to give me some space, which bless her heart for being so cool with all this. And by the way, what happened to the Patriots last night? That game was nuts. If you watched it, I had a hankering the Eagles were gonna win, but I really thought that Brady magic would come back and happen. But yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. We're moving into the worst time of the year for sports. They're in the NBA Finals and the Masters, so yeah. You know what's dumb about the iPhone camera app? Not only that, but you cannot actually, or any camera app, you cannot simultaneously flip the camera mid-video. I want to show you my dog. I lay with Janna here, and that's Diego. Tigus. It's my little bony chihuahua. Keeps me company though. So yeah, guys, life of a widow 1 year later. It's nuts. So, all right, see you in a little bit. So after a pretty brutal cry and attack of hopelessness, darkness, lost, like feel really lost. At least it's the last time I turned on the camera. I spent a good amount of time. I searched my wife's name on Facebook, and I like to read pretty much all the posts in which like loved ones and or friends had shared, and it brings such a tremendous amount of void to my heart and soul again, all over again, like it did a year ago. Like I remember watching the heart monitor stop, and when the last chest rise happened, I remember how that really impacted legitimately every single thing I knew. And by the way, I have the camera turned on in the parking lot of Taco Bell, so sorry if the heat's roaring. I'll turn that down. This whole vlogging thing is so weird to do in public. And so this is kind of a test. Like some people just pulled up next to me and they're definitely high. And it's something that I, want to get more into, sharing like a daily and or weekly. I just have to do it though. Like it's the hardest part is to actually do it. But back to what I was saying is that void, that despair, that hopelessness, that sense of being lost, that pain, like you're drowning through that wave of grief. It comes, and I know it'll pass. I do. I mean, I survived 365 days through this grieving journey of widowhood, and I'd be lying if I said to you at all that it was easy. I was talking with a friend today about how like I get the comment, "You're so strong," and blah blah blah, and I say blah 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 because like I know people intend to mean well. I do. But if I had a nickel for every time I was told I was strong, I'd probably be able to pay off a car. I'm sort of exaggerating always. That's what I do. But yeah, it's a tough go, and I know I invite myself into that crowd when I post something, but really I guess I feel so connected to that old life and social media and the people that knew Janna, and I love to see, like, I love today seeing, ultimately, you know, somebody who oversaw her boss, the chief of police, write an article on Janna's legacy in her life and the impact she made in 4 years at the police department in Shakopee. And it blows my mind how many people knew Janna, for one, and how many lives she touched and how much of an impact she made on the day-to-day life around the police department, and then like the citywide, statewide, and even nationwide impact she had with law enforcement and communication with the public. And so, you know, I started smiling through the tears, and then I got a message from Janna's dad. It was just so heartfelt, so deep, and, you know, our relationship with my in-laws, her parents are not together, but both are remarried, and my relationship with all of them is still there in some form or facet, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because I have witnessed firsthand with a friend the exact opposite of that, and that, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. Even though I'm not saying it's all roses and fresh air, but it's definitely had its challenges. But what part of life doesn't have its challenges? So yeah, it's like 6:45, and admittedly I am 110% exhausted. It is 9 degrees Fahrenheit. I am legit gonna get a Crunchwrap Supreme for Janna, and I'm gonna probably get a small Baja Blast, even though I typically try not to drink soda anymore, but it's for Janna, right? Hashtag YOLO. But for real, you do only live once, and you do have to make the most of it. And on day 365, measuring this widow journey and finally like piecing together some sort of vlog is crazy. So I'm gonna eat the shit out of that Crunchwrap for you, girl. Should I eat it on camera? Is that weird? I know people on YouTube love to watch people eat food, which is kind of weird to me, unless it's like trying something really obscure. So yeah, I'll probably say goodnight, so see you soon. Yeah, I can't talk. See you soon. So it's been about a half hour since I got home from Taco Bell, and I've eaten there like a couple times in the last year, but having trying to maintain a semi like veganish, vegetarianish lifestyle, I didn't really do a whole lot of eating there and eating fast food in general. And this past month I have eaten more of it again, just kind of out of laziness, like no meal prep, no energy to really like put energy into cooking and or doing dishes. And so like I've been eating out a ton. And luckily, very interestingly enough, my metabolism since losing all that weight and drinking tons of water and pretty much eating plant-based has allowed me to process a lot of this stuff a lot better and not gain a lot, any weight. Like I think I'm maybe 2.5 pounds up from my lowest this past summer when I was biking like 100 miles a week. So I'm pretty proud of that progress. But yeah, Crunchwrap Supremes, muy delicioso. And Baja Blast in Janna's honor was diddly umptious as well. But yeah, it's time to get back on that healthy eating train, because that and exercise are my best medicine, and I know that. But kind of something that occurred to me throughout all of today and all of the last year is that life is so unbelievably short, you guys. Like, some of you lived till you're 90. Obviously, that's not a very short time on this earth. But what my beautiful wife Janna had in 28 years was a short time on this earth. And she tried to be a mom for over a year, and it never happened successfully, and it ended up killing her. And so ultimately, takeaway is to make every day count, make every minute count. And that's why this camera's on right now. And that's why I try to write, I try to film videos still, but they're not real life videos. They're sort of staged. Like the topic at hand is on my mind right now. I'm just rambling about today. And so, you know, Janna wanted to do so much for everybody, and she did. She did community programs at work. She did dog walker watch. She did a diaper drive last year that she didn't actually live through the whole thing happening, and there were tons of diapers and support. And this year, her police department is doing the exact same thing. and I plan to donate this time. I'm in a little bit better place mentally to where I can show my face around there and not bawl my eyes out. So, but you know, like I said, make the most of every day. And so that's why I just want to provide hope to those who are new to this journey that have lost significantly a loved one, a spouse, children, stillborn, ones that have made it. You know, I'm not saying I was able to watch kids grow up and lose one like Janna's mom or dad did. But I mean, the thought of being a parent and never getting to hold your kids in your arms because they didn't make it to term has been one of the hardest things for me to cope with and understand. But I know I am a father, you know, to angels in heaven, and it's really a hard pill to swallow. So if there's any takeaway from this, and I know I just said that, but live the most of your life today and live for you, your family, your loved ones, for God. You believe in God. And I made it a year sober, and I made it a year through whatever this new thing is that's called life without my best friend and my wife and my soulmate. And here we are sitting here about to do the same thing I always do, and that's like veg out, play video games, watch movies, and life just keeps going on and the world keeps on spinning. So yeah, it's gonna be early bedtime for me, probably within the next hour. So I love all of you so much who continue to follow this channel, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. Feel free to introduce yourself and or drop a comment down below. And if you don't want to and you're not subbed, that's fine. Just hope this channel can bring some peace to people and their mindsets and their lives and their fear, and just try to make a difference. So this video goes out to Janna Marlene Wood, and didn't think I'd be sitting here without you today. I love you.